Honkai's numbers is starting to dwindle.
Because you can be fucking garbage at video games and play Honkai Star Rail.
I quit Honkai Star Rail after around 50 hours of playtime.
Massive boost of relevance, and now it's dropped to about, 30-40% of its relevance as well.
I have seen at least 4 different videos come out in the last 2 days about why people are quitting Honkai Star Rail. And while I think the people who made the videos in them are just doing it for the sake of writing the algorithm, and the content in them is quite terrible, I'm actually not going to be addressing those in this video. Instead, I would rather take a different approach, and I'm going to talk about all the reasons why I am not quitting Star Rail, and likely why you aren't either. The casualness of Honkai Star Rail is something that is often complained about. However, that is one of the things I actually enjoy about the game. I like that I have the ability to log in for 5 minutes, do my dailies, and then just log off if I'm busy that day. I can take other tasks, say the weeklies, and then delay them until when I have more time, say on the weekend. The ability to play the game for a short amount of time is exactly what I signed up for when I signed up for Star Rail. This is something that was the case for Genshin as well, and is the case in other gacha games too. If you have ever played a gacha, say Epic 7, Genshin as we just mentioned, King's Raid, whatever it is, you always know that you can do your dailies, log out, maybe use a little bit of energy if you want to, but you don't have that much of a time commitment. I feel like people who play these kinds of games expect them to be something like an MMO, say like BDO, where you can just grind endlessly, invest a lot of time, you continuously scale up in power, and there's no limit to how much you can do in the game at any given point in time, assuming that you hate your time. If I hated my time so much that I actually wanted to permanently grind a game, I would have just downloaded D4. Fortunately for myself, I don't have enough self-hatred to do that, so here I am playing Honkai Star Rail. I love that the fights in this game are not so tuned that I am forced to use specific units in order to clear. I'm using Herta on my one element only account, and I am clearing all of the content, including stuff in Mirror where I need 2 teams. I'm clearing with 2 characters on each side because the game is tuned well enough to where I can use even the worst character in the game by far and still be able to clear stuff. I feel like the people who expect the game to be harder are people who don't understand if the game is harder, you are forced to pull for units. This means that the gacha becomes an even worse mechanic in the game because now whatever broken unit they end up releasing, say another Silver Wolf, maybe Sela V2 that's even stronger and has twice the damage, all the light cones, you are now forced to pull for that stuff in order to actually play the content. Because the content is not obscenely difficult, you can clear with whatever characters you want, you can clear while being a casual player, you're not obligated to use specific team comps. That is a good thing for the game. Often when I hear people talk about how they don't like the game's tuning or how it's too easy, I feel like they don't realize making the game harder just makes their life harder, especially as a free-to-play player who will not be able to pull all these units. Another aspect of Honkai that I really like is that the gameplay itself feels like the reward. When I'm playing MMOs and whatnot, I often feel like I have to grind for the sake of getting better gear. But when I'm playing Honkai, I feel like I'm playing the game for the sake of playing the game, and the grind is just something that I happen to be doing as well. When I go to Simulated Universe, I actively want to be doing Simulated Universe. When I'm grinding for relics, I actively want to use whatever team I'm using at that point in time. I am not going into Simulated Universe thinking, oh my god, I have to do Simulated Universe this week. I'm not going into grinding relics thinking, oh my god, I have to grind relics this week. I want to do Simulated Universe. In fact, even when I'm not getting rewards, I'm actively trying to do Simulated Universe when I have free time and whatnot. I want to experiment with the new teams. I want to experiment with different types of gameplay in there, to using the abundance, using the hunt, using Aeon or deity or whatever it's called. I am enjoying playing the game for the game itself, not for the artificial reward gained from the gameplay. And I think that is great game design. One thing that I think often gets lost in these conversations is that people seem to expect a singular game to do everything for them. They want to be able to play this game 24/7. They want to be able to pick it up whenever they want. They want it to have everything from PvP to co-op to this and that and the other. They want fresh patches to come out constantly. They want to be able to explore pretty much everything. And I just want to say you don't need that in a game. You can be a part of multiple communities. I'm literally a professional player for a completely different game than this, and I just end up playing this game casually for fun. I play it because I enjoy playing the game. I play it as a side game. I want it to be my side game. I want to be able to enjoy it. I don't want to feel forced to log into it. I want it to be just this fresh, fun thing that I play for a small amount of time that I look forward to daily. I don't want it to be a forced time commitment. I don't want Honkai to be like that. And I have a feeling if you're looking at this, if you're watching this video, if you're playing Star Rail yourself, you probably don't want that either. So my question is, why are so many people constantly coming to games like this and trying to force it to be like a game they just quit? Anyway, you guys should watch my one element video because that's a banger. It'll be down in the description below. Thanks, bye.